Bonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about the latest episode of Life with Felix Hlophe. Now guys, one of the positive things that they say or people have to say about Zulu people is that one thing about a Zulu man, he will open a business for you guys. The beginning of this episode, we see Felix, Ben or Tracy are out and about. They are checking out in Dawa, you guys, where Tracy is going to be opening up her new business, you guys. Now Felix says, listen, I work hard so that my wife doesn't have to. So in him saying that and then seeing the wife open a business, I guess he's trying to say, yes, she doesn't really need this business for survival purposes. She just needs it just to, keep her busy, man. And to just have the skill of being able to get an income for yourself, if that makes sense. But anyway, the business is called Nailed It, you guys. The place does seem smaller, but I guess it's perfect for a person who is starting off. Tracy, get me right back in Dawa, and Felix is asking, okay, tell me about your layout. Where do you want things to be? Tracy then says, she thinks this place will only be enough to have 3 workstations. I was just like, what do you mean? 3 workstations? How much are going to be those nailed in order for you to make a profitable business? And Felix goes ahead and asks, 3 workstations, kanjani? This business is just going to be a business just for you to say, you've got a business. And I was just like, anyway, whichever it is, whether it brings profit or not, she deserves it. This man deserves to spend his last penny on this woman because, he puts her through the most, you guys. But Tracy also takes the opportunity to speak to her husband and say, hey, Phela, I think you need to speak nengane zakho about this issue ka-Ayanda. Ayanda akasekho, you guys. Now, Felix does feel some type of way because he is old school and he says, hey, boy, indaba zami ngizixoxa nengane. Like, I know Tracy says, well, they're not children anymore. So I really think it'll be a good thing for you to sit them down and have a conversation with them. Felix does listen to that, but it looks like Tracy, guys, she really is happy about this business because I've never heard her giggle and laugh the way she was giggling and laughing in this scene. I guess she really was excited about this business idea. Next scene, we see Tracy. She calls her friend over to her house. Ayanda phela utheni. Now, it looks like last week I didn't get it right, guys. Apparently, Tracy makayixoxa indaba kumngane wakhe. Ayanda told Felix ukuthi Tracy told her that ingane yabo, which is Felix and Tracy's child, the son, the last born, is not Felix's child. So the friend is like, how ridiculous is that? Wena as Tracy, why would you xoxela Ayanda out of all people in Dabenjalo? If there was any truth to it, like why wouldn't you come to me and tell me as your best friend? Why would you tell Ayanda out of all people? But the friend goes on to say, mina ngasho lo geli uzoza neyinkinga. Like ngasho ukuthi lo girl uzoza neyinkinga because at the end of the day, this girl got 2 children and from 2 different baby daddies. She's like, ukhona umuthi that's involved here. Muti is involved because normally when men take a second wife, they take a virgin or at least they take someone with 1 child. But 2 children, she goes on to say, it can't be real. I refuse to believe that there's a man who would choose a woman with 2 kids from 2 different baby daddies. I was like, girlie, unesdindi. To say Muti is involved. Does she know Ayanda can sue her for even defamation of character? I'm like, girl. But one thing I do want to say, I know she is Tracy's best friend, you guys, but I still kind of feel there needs to be some level of respect that she has when she's speaking about Ayanda. If Ayanda indeed, guys, is going to be the second wife, the best friend can't be speaking about Ayanda like this, at least not in a public platform on TV like this. Like, it just gives me the vibes of Tracy vele. ujwayele ukukhuluma no-best friend wakhe kanjalo, and yet when she's in front of a man or in front of the TVs, then she kind of acts all innocent. Because who gave the friend such boldness to speak about Ayanda kanjalo? uTracy njalo wayengamkhuzi ukuthi hayi bo njalo, like to go to the extent of saying umuthi and stuff like that. Now guys, I do want to say ukuthi I know there might not be Zulu men, or yeah, keyword might. There might not be Zulu men who would take a woman with two kids or two different baby daddies. But guys, in other tribes, there are men who do that. There are loving men who are willing to take abantu. Who are willing to take women with their kids. So she mustn't be fooled. This best friend ka Tracy mustn't be fooled. Anyway, she must be convinced ukuthi shuthi ke uFelix uthanda uAyanda ngaleyo ndlela. But mina, the way I see it, I low-key feel like uFelix is obsessed with Ayanda, you guys. Anyway, the best friend goes on to say ukuthi yazini lo Ayanda girl, she's definitely not wife material, and she's definitely not second wife material. I'm just like, ay bonjalo. Tracy goes on to say ukuthi phela no Ayanda, she's wanting things, she's demanding things, demanding privileges that women who have already been accepted as Tangini should be asking for. Stuff like girl is afuna her own nights where Felix is going to be spending nights with her. And Tracy feels like, no, but you're not even welcomed. Awucelwanga as yet, so why would you be demanding such things? I'm like, no, Tracy. Kwamba indoda yakho uye omjwayezile. Don't blame Ayanda. You don't know what conversations Ayanda and Felix had. Anyway, next scene we see the kids, Ziga Felix, they are home, and they are having a conversation while eating pizza, talking about Ayanda. Now, there's this one daughter, Imani, guys. I'm just like, how old is this child? She looks like she's about 12, 13. I don't think she's older than 13, you guys. But the way she's got umlomo, I'm just like, hey, bo. Anyway, when she explains Ayanda, she says she met Ayanda when they were celebrating Tracy's birthday and Zipo's birthday. Zipo being Felix's older sister. So they combined Tracy and Zipo's birthday and they made a birthday celebration. Now I'm just thinking to myself, what do you mean? You telling me Mamngane was invited to Tracy's birthday and Tracy wayivuma? Guys, that's why I've been saying I feel like Felix, what Tracy is feeding Felix is very different from the way she feels. Because if you look and hear at what Felix, the way Felix speaks, he truly thinks Tracy had accepted Ayanda. But if you read in between the lines and you listen to Nkulumoga Tracy never accepted Ayanda. She's just doing things because indoda ifuna local and she's doing that. So I'm even thinking, what do you mean, Tracy? Ayanda was invited to your birthday. Shuthi ke uvele wayivuma because a man wants to play happy family. Imani says ukuthi mina ngizwe ngomuntu Ayanda sengibiza ngegama and I had to just pretend as if I know her. But Ayanda was never introduced to the kids, to the family. Bavela bambona, guys. Next thing she's there. So these kids are confused. One moment she was here, next thing she's gone. Like, what's really going on? So they're sitting having a conversation, and Uswazi, which is Felix's son, he says, listen, yena with this whole polygamy issue. The only thing he is worried about, or he is worried for, is Tracy. He was worried with Tracy, how will she take it? And abantu bazombuka kanjani. Utingo goes on to say, yeah, definitely, I feel like Tracy's feelings were not considered in this whole thing. Now, it was really heartwarming to see, though Tracy arazalile zingane, but they care for her so much. That is one. Number two, I just kind of feel like that's how I'm saying to Phoenix, what world is he living in? If Ingane were able to see this whole thing was not pattering Tracy gahle, how come Felix could not see it, you guys? Anyway, okay, last scene we see the next day again. The kids are out and about. They are playing at the pool, you guys. When Felix decides to join them and have a conversation with them to address Ayanda abasekho, you guys. So he tells them ngempela ukuthi Ayanda is no longer around. So we are back to default settings. It's just us. Imani goes on to ask in the diary sessions, what caused the breakup? Mina mfuna ukwazi what happened. I'm just like, Imani has a big mouth, you guys. Then Awande asks her father ukuthi mina bengicela ukubuza baba, does it mean ukuthi izinto between wena no Ayanda? Are they finished? Are they done, or what? Felix goes on to answer ukuthi yena he doesn't know what tomorrow holds for them, but that's the situation now. I'm just like, this man's playing with us. In that answer, you can hear ukuthi he kind of hopes ukuthi things go well or that him and Ayanda can fix things. Now, if that's the case and he says he doesn't know what tomorrow holds for them, what's the purpose of having this conversation? I don't get it. And then he says to them, Imani asked another question, and the question is similar to Awanda's one, to say, are you sure which you and Ayanda are done? He then says, listen, guys, I know which you like her, and I know which I like her as well. Shutige, if nimtanda ngaleyo ndlela, go to Tracy, niyomncengela with Tracy. I'm just like, this man can't even read in between the lines, and his own kids, they don't like Ayanda, but he thinks they like Ayanda. I'm like, what does it mean ukuthi bayomncengela? And that's my point. This man is low-key obsessed no Ayanda. Because I'm just like, why can't you let the girl go? Your wife is saying she doesn't want Ayanda around, but you keep indezelaring this issue, and now you're getting the kids involved. Ukuthi mabayomncengela with Tracy. Oh, guys. Anyway, let's park it right there because that's where the episode ends. You tell me your thoughts on this. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge. And I'll see you guys in the next one.